Welcome into this virtual space of the Renewal Nugget. Today, I'm going to hold this idea of a renewal dilemma time, and I want to bring two main ways to think about time in order to brainstorm and creating some space for our renewal. One of the most frequent concerns and blocks to regeneration and renewal that I hear from lots of giving and compassionate people is that I don't have time. I wish I could renew, but I'm so busy, I don't have time. And if you're resonating with this, as you probably imagine by now, you're not alone. And it makes sense, right? As a giver, no matter what your profession is or vocation, or if you're home, if you're truly trying to help others and make an impact into the world, you're going to hit this problem at some point. I just don't have time. So in today's nugget, I'm bringing this dilemma of time and possible two solutions to this, two different mindsets to think about that. And if you never seen me before, you don't know me, I'm Dr. Ioana Popa from Team from the Soul, and I welcome you in this Renewal Nugget. So here's a dilemma. As we live in 21st century and we're all in this fast-paced culture, many times we feel we're running out of time, but the reality is, if there is a common equalizer for all of us, as long as we're alive, we have 24 hours in a day. So how can some people make it and some not? What is the key and the clue to this? So first one is really, it has to do with motivation. Is this really important that I renew? And the answer is yes. We are finite beings. And if we don't really regenerate, renew, and take care of ourselves, we're going to run out of energy. I love this quote from this Protestant pastor, Joyce Myers. I'm not a Protestant myself, but I just love it so much. He said, we're not Holy Spirit Jr. And in a sense, she's right. We are finite beings. We run out of energy. So unless we renew, eventually we got to get exhausted. Our stress level goes up. Our cortisol level goes up. We might get into all sorts of sickness, and not only on a body level, but also emotional level. So do we need to renew? Yes, we do need to regenerate and renew. The same way we don't think twice about a car recharging and either electrically, now with electrical cars, or putting gas in a car. We need the same. We need to regenerate on the body, mind, heart, and soul. And if you've heard me already, you know that this is important and this is part of the balance that I bring. The second point that I want to make today is in terms of time and thinking about time. I heard one time this analogy between time and space. The way we look at a room, for example, and it can get really filled with stuff really quickly, it's the same with time. There's so much we can cram in 24 hours. Let's say maybe 16, because we also need to sleep about 8 hours. So if we adding new activities, we are not really taught that we have to subtract something. So I encourage all of us to think in terms of space as we plan for your day and plan for your week. And anytime you say yes to something, you probably want to say no to something else. And that might not be something really obvious. What are you saying no to? But if we just pause and think, many times we realize, what are we saying no by encouraging and adding something else to our plate. So this is kind of like my mathematics of renewals and time. So with that, I will leave you for this week, and I wish you a wonderful time, and start thinking about this paradox of time and how to find space in your day-to-day that is aligned truly with your values. And until next time, I say goodbye for now.